Muy buenas. Hola, Missy.
Sí, Llego.
Uy, me digo doble. ¿No llegas? ¿Cómo que no llegas? A ver, ¿dónde? Que sí, que sí llegas. Bueno, vamos a darle más de este jueguito. Más. A ver si... No lo voy a decir para que vuelvas a repetir que no es así. A ver cómo es. No. ¿Te lo pongo? ¿Te lo vuelvo a poner?
No me rayes.
Bueno.
A ver, espera. Pregunta.
¿Qué?
¿Vas a duales?
Sí.
¿Tienen mejor dos espadas? ¿O sagas?
Sí, no. Es que el problema es que la espada que debería llevar en este acto, como hice una cosa que no debería de haber hecho, no se activa una secundaria que daba esa.
Te dije que le mataras.
No, es que al revés. Por haber matado a toda una cueva llena de.
No. Es por no matar al que yo. Y le mataras.
No, es por eso. Pero bueno, no pasa nada. Llevamos duales. Bueno, duales son, que llevamos una daga y una.
Una corta y una larga.
No pasa nada. No pasa nada.
There should be some equipment by the Adra pillar.
Remember these walls.
Recordamos estos muros.
Yes, we have been here.
Keep your eyes peeled, envoy.
The land itself is rich with essence. You can feel it.
Bueno, pues ahora podemos tener de compañera a Giata. Yo pensé que podíais llevarla a los tres. Pues no, solo podemos llevar dos compañeros. O sea que tendré que elegir entre Kai y Marius porque esta es sanadora. Así que me interesa llevarla siempre. Pero bueno, vamos. Vamos a hacer la misión. Habíamos terminado, yo creo que todas las misiones secundarias, ¿no? Nada. Está aquí, en el sitio en el que estamos ahora mismo. Sí. Y vamos al pilar. A ver qué es lo que pasa. Venga, vamos a llevar a Giata. Ya vaya solita.
Well, here we are on the precipice of discovery, armed and ready for mischief.
I'm 2 out of 3 anyway.
Before we get started, indulge me. What are you excited to learn about?
¿Cómo detener el estrago onírico?
Good. We're on the same page. Now, I'm going to tap into the pillar's dormant energy and give it a good shake.
Qué mal suena eso.
In layman's terms, I'm chumming the water and daring the dream scourge to show its ugly face.
¿Eso es buena idea?
No, but it should get us results.
No, directamente.
All right.
Nos lo dice ella ya.
Drawing on the energy of the phantasmal focus, I'll start with a low-frequency ethereal vibration. I've got nothing. You?
Like I could go for some pie.
Shit. All right, adjusting the frequency. The focus is warming up. I hope that's a good sign.
No.
Let me know if you
Cuando
feel
las cosas se
something.
calientan no son buenas
Who
señales.
knows how your godlike
Bueno,
nature
no
will
todas.
react to this. Brace yourself. We're going to pin this bastard down.
Are you sure about this?
Don't worry, I'm a professional. Now, here goes nothing.
Souls in a circle, a whirlpool. We twine.
Be trying.
Hey, I think I got something. The focus twitched.
Y ahora
like
se
a
abre.
fishing rod.
Vale. La puerta.
Is
Necesitaba que
that
se abriera.
a
Vale.
door? Not the result I was looking for, but a result nonetheless.
Mm, ¿Qué te dice el foco fantasmal al respecto?
That we're on the right track. Right before the door opened, I detected something in the Adra. I was right. The Dream Scourge has a point of origin. We can study the affliction from here, but I don't know that we can stop it.
¿Estás bien?
We can discuss our feelings later. Right now, I need answers. If we want to stop the Dream Scourge, we still need to learn more about the source of the
Un poco
affliction.
gilipollas.
I hate to say it, but we'll get better results at the base of the pillar, where the energies are more potent.
Ah. ¿Alguna teoría sobre lo que está pasando aquí?
We shouldn't jump to conclusions. After you.
Ya, claro,
We
claro.
gotta see what's down there now.
Vale, pues venga. Vámonos.
Gods, did you open that door? I've been praying here for ages. And in all that time, I've never found a way down to the lower levels. Not one.
Pues no bajes.
You're going down there, aren't you?
Ese es el plan. ¿Algún
I
consejo?
tell the acolytes to walk softly for a reason. Something is alive down there. Or if not alive, moving.
¿Qué podría subir ahí abajo?
Whatever it is, it knows only the depths. If you don't return, I'll tell the others what happened.
Qué bien, qué ánimos. Si no,
I feel better about this already.
¿os dicen algo? Nah, estos están aquí tranquilísimos. Tengo miedo.
You cannot know what this means to me.
I did not bring us here to explore. Clearly, something wants to be found.
Does this feel like the start of a cautionary campfire tale to anyone else?
Espera un poco.
I wonder, did you open the door? Or did the door
Yeah.
open for you?
Era... Espera. Ah, exactamente. Collar de efigie. La gente que no, que hace los vídeos. A la izquierda. Ah, interesante. Vale. Esto está abierto.
Incredible. These ruins are untouched. We are the first to disturb them. When was the last time anyone walked these passages? It must have been centuries. Oh, millennia. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll talk more once we reach the bottom.
Vale, pero... Espera un poco. Un poco.
A little power goes a long way.
Sí, todo claro, tengo... Pero... Habilidades... Compañero. Ya está, estos... Pero esta es pasiva. La pasiva. Vale. Cuatro, 5, 6. Tampoco. Automáticamente, entonces yo creo... Nah. Esto que lo tiré aleatoriamente. Vale, vamos a ir por aquí. La misión es por el otro lado. Vamos a investigar. Y aquí está. Collar de efigie.
I wager those artifacts you found fit together somehow. Let's have a closer look at camp.
Nada aquí, nada aquí. Perfecto. No voy a gastar. Vale.
That was a close one. Charge it up. Just a little spark.
A la izquierda.
No, the knife that pierces in the dark.
Whatever this is, at least it's dead. 2 points for the godless, none for the abominations.
Congelar, hay que congelar, hay que congelar.
Watch your head. There's a trap right above it.
¿Queréis venir para acá?
Another win, but who's counting? Win, but who's counting?
Charge it up. Just a little spark. Beautiful. Life into death. To think it survived all these years.
It's surprisingly colorful. Not sure what I expected.
We've seen godless architecture before. I've never seen godless art until now. Just imagine how much has been lost. We should... I don't mean to slow us down. would not go swimming if I were you, unless you wish to meet your maker. There must be a way across. If not underwater, just over it, with the help of some ice.
Era obvio.
Little power goes a long...
Bueno. No me queda nada. Estoy guardando. A ver.
What in the name of Aora is that?
You, think it's sleeping?
I've never seen anything like it before.
Ooh.
I don't believe it's a statue. No, this was alive once. And the people who lived here were terrified of it.
Sopor del gigante.
Never a dull moment with you in charge.
We'll get him next
Claro,
time.
cuesta un
Clyde.
poco, ¿eh?
I'm still wondering about that door and why it opened. Not bad, boy. Maybe you meant to come here in a past life, but never made it. Unfinished business.
Contentos vacíos. Pues igual mejor que la vaina. Intenta... Voy a probarla. Aquí mataba a uno, pero se ha quedado... Ah, no. Saltado, o sea. Vale, no veo nada por aquí, ¿no? Aquí nada. ¿Pero qué es esto? Exactamente esto. La lanza. Vale, sigamos. Vamos a guardar.
Death into life. Interesting. The godless clearly had some ideas about reincarnation, even if they didn't have a god.
Every other culture I've come across reveres the gods, even if they give them different names and pictures.
Can you imagine life without any gods to guide your destiny? Without anyone shepherding you this way and that? Of course I can imagine it, but I'll wager you have a harder time. any monsters left? Show yourselves. Some of us have work to do. I guess that means the coast is clear. Let's have a look at the Adra pillar.
Muy bien, muy bien. Más Adra, más.
Come, hear us through the Adra.
Vale, no, espera un poquitín.
Find us.
Que sí, pesadilla, que sí, que ya voy. ¡No!
We've backed the dream
buena
scourge
ley.
into a corner. I say we pin it down here and now, before it wriggles away from us.
¿Por qué parece que las ruinas se construyen para traernos hasta aquí?
The godless erected many important sites around pillars of Adra, though I can't speak to their motives. The last time we tried this, you felt something, yes? Maybe it had to do with your godlike nature. Try making contact with the Adra this time. It could only help. The effect should be stronger than before. Brace yourself.
Hostia, qué miedito.
You are here. You who bring us kind words and soothing thoughts. We welcome you. The mourners are gone now. Only the memories remain.
¿Por qué conoces
We
Nakutedek?
once belonged to the green and the wild. A people lived there once. They loved us as we loved them. They brought their dead to us. We used to dip our fingers, wade in the confluence of souls.
Si eso fuera cierto, tendrías que tener tanto poder como un dios.
We dream, the land stirs. We become. They brought their prayers to us. We answered.
Si eres un dios, ¿por qué nadie ha oído hablar de ti?
Our people died. Their books were burned. No one was left to speak our name. But we remember an age of connection and wholeness. Our eyes opened. We were the earth, the sky, many into a whole. We touched the mountains and they molded to our fingerprints. The Akita twined around us. They sang in awe of what we made. They called us the gardener, steward of life.
Venga. Jardinera.
Sapadal.
Sapadal. Eso te convierte en el dios de un pueblo muerto. Y en mi deidad hay algo que no me estás contando.
We offer you connection, root to branch, and you return to us with suspicion. Our spark found you when you dreamed in the womb. Godlike, they said. But we have felt in you the seed of connection. We have sought you, called to you. And You reach back. We have not known the joy of companionship in so long.
Y ahora necesito tu ayuda. Tengo que detener el estrago onírico.
Rot, we feel it too. Our hands are bound. Find us. Free us. The rot that festers seeps into us as well. Our cage is far from here, buried in the garden, beyond the poison sea.
No me has dicho por qué te encerraron.
Would that we knew. Our jailers gave us no explanation. But perhaps the ancients who were beloved to us, perhaps they can quiet the questions in your mind. Go to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. We will try to explain. Those who cherish us, the chosen of the Akida, wait there. They will show you the way to the garden, to our prison.
¿Y luego me dirás a terminar con el estrago onírico?
We will cleanse this rot with you once our hands are unbound. Find us in the garden. We twine, we await. First, let us offer you a sliver of our power, a boon to help you survive and find us. Will you accept it?
Aquí viene una pequeña... Claro, controversia, a ver. Es que si no tiene ningún tipo de incidencia... Yo creo que lo voy a aceptar. Y ver por dónde tira esto. Yo creo que al final parece un ente bueno. Es que tengo una buena vibración. Que creo que es un ente bueno. Un dios bueno. Aceptar el poder de Sapadal.
Take it with our blessing. Now hurry to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. Bind us. Free us.
Free us. Habilidad de divino. Espina de Sapadal. Lanza una espina de energía que atraviesa a varios enemigos, causándoles daño al impactar e inmovilizándolos momentáneamente. ¿Qué pasa, mata gallina? No, que no estoy... en este juego no se puede matar a gallinas. ¿Qué tal, llagueras? Ay, ¿qué me ha pasado? ¿Qué me ha pasado? ¿Qué me ha pasado? Ah, otra vez he estado inconsciente.
You're awake.
Hago huevos.
Finally. We really pushed the phantasmal focus to its limits.
Está interesante el tema.
You were out a long time. We gotta start bringing pillows.
For a second there, I thought... Actually, never mind what I thought.
Ay, mi cabeza. ¿Cuánto tiempo estoy
Most of the
inconsciente?
day. Better drink some water.
Un día, casi un día.
Lost
Joder.
some fluids.
Hey, happens to the best of us.
While you were out, I got some clear readings of the Dream Scourge. I've tracked its origin to the center of the living lands. Somewhere deep in the untouched wilderness.
Está bien el juego. Está muy bien. El jardín. Lo llamó el jardín.
You've heard of it? Fascinating. Maybe someone knows about this garden of yours. If we find the garden, we can cut off the Dream Scourge at its source. I hesitate to bring it up, but you were muttering while you were out. Had
Acabo
quite a
los
lot
sueños.
to say. Whatever you were communing with, it had a spiritual energy I've encountered before, though only in traces. It must be connected to the Dream Scourge. Perhaps they share a similar origin.
Su nombre es Sapadal. Sapadal. Sapadal.
Yes, Sapadal.
Sapadal.
Who are they?
Sapadal.
What are they to you?
Sí, es que es una voz en mi cabeza que debe ser una deidad.
Oh. I'm sorry, what?
¿What? No se lo cree nadie.
Sapadal is a god? But that's impossible. How could we have missed this?
Se prueba de los cielos vivientes. Creo que por algún motivo no puede salir del jardín.
A trapped god. Trapped. And you spoke to them through the Adra. Maybe that tells us something.
¿Te importa explicarte?
Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. We've long theorized that all Adra is connected. But that changed when Animancers came to the Living Lands.
O sea, que es culpa de los
The
animantres.
Adra here is severed from the rest of Eora. Connected only to itself. Or so we believe. If Sapadal speaks and works through Adra, then the Living Lands is their prison, their tomb.
Debe de... Sapadal quiere que lo libere.
Now that is a tall order. We know the Dream Scourge is coming from this garden of yours. Maybe Sapadal can help us fight it.
¿Tú qué opinas, Kai?
I got a headache just thinking about it. And I'm not the one with the god knocking around in there.
The real question is, where do I start?
No estás sola, estamos juntos. en
Welcome to the
esto.
crew.
Thank you. I've been working on my own for so long that I'm not accustomed to sharing the burden. We'll find the source of the Dream Scourge in the garden, but we have to find the garden first.
The garden
Then
first.
that's where we start.
Let's return to Fior Mesiverno. Banished or not, maybe I can squeeze a few answers out of my colleagues.
¿Qué significa esto para Escalera Esmeralda?
Gods, I don't know. The farms, the community, my research, they all depend on animancy. But the Dream Scourge is the end of animancy. The end of the living lands as we know it. We should leave this place and its memories. There's nothing more for us here.
Finding a secret entrance and discovering a new god. Not bad for a day's work.
No.
Wait. We smell the musk of war. We hear the clash of steel.
Si alguien está en peligro, habla.
We thought... did we imagine this?
I lost you for a second there. Something the matter?
Tengo un mal presentimiento. Tenemos que volver a Fiormes Hiberno y rápido.
Oh no. Let's go. You take the lead.
Come on, there's a way up those stairs.
Has descubierto el secreto de Nakutedek. Un logro más. ¿Qué pasa, Missy? Muerto el perrito. ¿Qué le ha pasado? Ah, vaya. Vaya, por Dios. Nakutedek.
All right. Let's return to Fjord.
Seeing this place makes me wonder what else is lurking beneath us.
Leap. A little power goes a long way.
Vale, me falta una. Joder, macho. Qué cegato, ¿eh?
Charge it up. Just a little spark.
Pues muy bien, más habrá. Perfecto. Bueno, vamos.
There is such a thing as learning too much. The mortal mind can only take so many revelations.
Ah.
my god. No!
Andres Debs. This was no accident.
What happened? Who did this? The city's under attack. Come, there isn't a moment to waste. We won't learn anything standing here. I just hope Quilichi is all right.
Something's burning. Doesn't look like the city, but let's make sure no one's hurt.
Ah, no puedo viajar.
I can't believe this. All things... Things considered, poor Miss Iverno looks undamaged. Surprising when you consider the state of our defenses. Whoever started this fight didn't come prepared to finish it. I would be happy to oblige them. Someone made a dangerous enemy today.
We'll fight them with you, Gianna.
They break, they bind us.
I hope everyone is all right. My people settled these lands in the name of freedom. It took 50 years, but our oppressors caught up to us.
Por ahí, cheno, por aquí.
To us. I hate living in interesting times.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Again and again they strike.
Oh.
I thought you did quite well under the circumstances. Good news, envoy.
There's the city. Thank goodness. It's good to see home again, if only for a moment. Soon the Rangers will strengthen their defenses. They'll hunt down.
Envoy, over here. I see you avoided the carnage. A few of your countrymen, well, let's say they didn't know any better.
You may have beaten us today, but it's only a matter of time before Emerald Stair bends the knee.
Shut up already. Since the two of you are kin, I thought maybe you could help squeeze some information out of him.
Garrote de acero rinde cuentas a la inquisidora Lodwin, no a Edir.
Good point. I'll just bring the masked warlord who answers to no one in for questioning. That isn't going to happen. We caught this one alive, so any justice we mete out will be on his head. What we know is this. The Steel Garrote marched on Emerald Stair. We're pretty sure they wanted to set us to the torch.
And you taught them the error of their ways. Well done.
Just doing my job, same as you. What I don't understand is why they came unprepared. Few soldiers, and even fewer supplies. If the Steel Garrote wanted to start a fire, they sure didn't pack a lot of firepower.
Todo listo para empezar. Tal vez tenían planeado algo más.
Only one way to find out.
It doesn't matter what you do to me. The living lands will be brought to heel.
Now listen, I am a patient man. But if you don't give us some answers, the envoy here is going to rip you in half.
Justo por la mitad, ¿no es cierto?
I'm not looking forward to cleaning up the mess. So you can help me by telling us what we want to know.
Your threats are wasted. I have nothing to hide. Inquisitor Ludwig gave the order to march on Fior Mesiverno.
¿Sabe que lo que intento es salvar las tierras vivientes?
She doesn't care about the land. She cares about its people. Emerald Stair's on the precipice of disaster. Crops have failed, the townsfolk are defiant, and it's only gotten worse.
I fail to see how attacking my city helps the situation.
The coast is the only habitable corner in the living lands. We can unite as one people, or let the wilderness take us. What choice do we have? Tradition led this place to its doom. Better let it burn, and the people start again.
That is, without a doubt, the worst justification for a war crime that I have ever heard.
Speaking from experience, people don't usually unite as one after you've attacked their home.
Ludwig tried to hasten the inevitable. Nothing more.
Ah, now that is what I call a thorough confession. What do you want to do with him? As an adherent, I trust you know how to handle it by the book.
¿Qué haríais vosotros?
Violence is the language of the Steel Garrote. Nothing less will get through to them.
I say throw back the little ones if they're not in a position to do more harm. Besides, he's probably more scared of what'll happen if you don't kill him.
Your call, envoy.
Mandarlo encadenado a la embajada. Este comportamiento es
I will
inaceptable.
see to it myself. Too bad the road to Paradise is in bad shape. Our wagon might hit a bump or two.
As much as I want to rip his soul apart, maybe he's more useful to us alive.
But you can't send me back to Ludwig. Don't you know what she does to people who fail her?
I can't wait to find out. See you around, envoy. Thanks again.
A fate worse than death, perhaps. But fate nonetheless.
Good call. He's Ludwig's problem. Not worth getting your hands dirty.
You showed more mercy to the Steel Garrote than I.
The Burned Queen is watching. What is it you want? You should have killed me. What is it you want? An apology?
Did you hear that? No.
Nowhere in the living lands is safe.
Vale.
did right by us. You did right by us. Thank you, Envoy.
Envoy, I owe you my gratitude, and perhaps an apology. They tell me you're the reason our city is standing. You took care of the steel garrote before they could cause any serious damage.
Y otro logrito más. Te has encargado antes de que causasen daños graves. Parece que preparaban un ataque contra Fior.
I can't imagine what it cost you to stand up to the likes of the steel garrote, but we won't forget it.
No doubt your Inquisitor is aware of what happened here. You've made a powerful enemy.
Cierto, pero tengo muchos amigos en Aedir que responderán por mí.
We're a long way from Adir. You might find allies in short supply. As for us, we're still standing, but our enemies have little patience for failure.
We agree on one thing. The Steel Garrote have declared war on the Living Lands.
La inquisidora Ludwig ha amenazado con traspasar la frontera.
That sort of thinking is precisely why my father fled the Valian republics.
What happened here is no coincidence. Their forces already have an unshakable grip on Paradis. Today marks a notable victory, but we've only bought ourselves time, not salvation. Tell us, what of your research into the Dream Scourge? Assuming our governor wants to hear it.
I may have spoken in haste before.
Pardon?
The very notion that the Dream Scourge had blighted our farms, it was too awful to acknowledge.
Are you being serious right now?
I am. The sanctuary my family built was falling apart on my watch, and I wasn't strong enough to bear it.
No es tarde para demostrar tu valía.
Not for me, perhaps. You must understand. My mother is the Dream Scourge. I hoped against reason that she might recover, but her mind grew as blighted as her lands. To face reality would mean upending my city, throwing order into chaos, and admitting she was truly gone. I'm so sorry, Giata.
Don't waste your apologies on me. This changes nothing between us.
I don't expect your forgiveness, but I will do everything in my power to make this
Giata
right.
muy dura, ¿eh?
Whatever you have to say, I'm ready to hear it.
Adelante, Giata, cuéntaselo todo.
You want me to do the talking? Very well. The evidence is clear. The Living Lands is on the edge of an ecological disaster, both physically and spiritually. We may know the origin of the Dream Scourge. By following it back to the source, perhaps we can reverse the damage. Now for the bad news. An undiscovered god rests in the heart of this island. Until we know more about its nature, we are powerless to stop it.
But this is madness. When I said I was ready for the truth, I didn't mean... Quilici, tell him it's madness.
Envoy, is it true?
Ya está, me ayudas a
There's no
explicar.
other explanation for the spiritual shift in the living lands. Something that slept has awoken. I believe there is still more to learn, but a disturbance on this scale could explain the changes to our ecosystem.
First the Dream Scourge, then the Steel Garrote, and now... what does this god of yours want us to do? Pray?
This is no time for a theological discussion. Our survival hangs on a knife's edge. We can't remain in Emerald Stair.
But we can return someday. Rebuild your father's legacy. We should relocate to Thirdborn. It's the only settlement that can take us all.
No. I say we go to Paradise.
Paradis está bajo el control de Dirán, ¿no?
Exactly. As long as we are Animancers, the Adirans will pursue us to the ends of the earth. Instead, we lay low, hide in plain sight, let them believe we're beaten, and bide our time.
While we hide, the Dream Scourge will tear this island apart. At least in Thirdborn, we can practice animancy freely. We can't gamble with our existence. The political climate of the Living Lands is too dangerous.
Thirdborn has its own problems. Paradise is more secure, but it would mean living under Adiran rule. I don't like our options, but that shouldn't stop us from committing to one.
Thirdborn's full of hardy types. Lots of former soldiers and mercenaries. A rough bunch, but good to have at your back. It's also farther from the Steel Garrote's base of operations. That's where I'd make my stand.
Ya, tu gente tercergénito, estudia ciudad, es que no sé cuánto incidirá en la historia. Si van a terciogénitos, sí les perseguirán, pero por lo menos estaremos cerca para protegerlos. Pero es que en Paradis pueden ser incluso encarcelados. O sea, prefiero irme a terciogénito. O sea, prefiero no, que vayan a terciogénito.
We'll be proud to lend our strength to theirs, as Animancers and as fellow expatriates.
I have my misgivings, but you helped my father leave the Republics. I trust you to help us again. What of you, Envoy? Where does the hunt for the Dream Scourge take you next?
¿Conoces un lugar llamado El Jardín?
Oh, I do.
Yardsley? Don't tell me you are getting swept up in all of this.
Oh, really? You should know better, darling. Any talk of the Akita, and I will appear. If you're looking for the garden, I can probably lead the way. You're already aware that I'm the foremost Akitan scholar in the Living Lands, and...
Godless scholar, my dear. No one outside of academia uses their proper name.
Ah, right. Layman's terms. Thank you, darling. Well, to make a long story short, I think I can lead you to the garden. 30 years of research, and I think the answer lies in a ruin called Nakukubel, which is in Shatterscarp. So we've got to get there now. Though the city was saved, my research wasn't, which means the Steel Garrote knows just as much as we do. Wait. If they know as much as we do, they know to go to Shatterscarp too. Oh no. I've got to warn Temerity. Meet me in Thirdborn, all right? You can't miss it. It's the only bit of civilization in Shatterscarp, if you can call it that. I'll finish getting ready here and just meet you there.
Ugh, what a whirlwind. God, I love that tiny woman.
Parece que tenemos que desviarnos en Escarpia.
I would be surprised if your journey were that uncomplicated, but... stranger things have happened.
For what it's worth, I vouch for Yardsley. She's a good friend, and a bad influence. Right now, we could use both.
There's a gate to the north, which will take you to Shatterscarp. It's guarded by some of our best rangers. I'll make sure they grant you safe passage. May the gods protect you, envoy.
Exploring the living lands with a friend. What more could I ask for?
Back to Shatterscarp, then. If not for the overgrowth, you know.
At least the city is standing.
It's clear to me now. There is a threat in the living lands. But it is far greater than the Dream Scourge. You came to us for help, but you repaid it tenfold. I don't know how to repay you for thwarting the attack.
Podrías empezar por poner fin al exilio de Guiata.
What? You do this for me? Really?
If I extended the offer, would you come back to us?
I don't know. Not until my business with the envoy is concluded. And some things would have to change around here.
Understood. So be it. If Giatta is willing to return, then I will allow it. Of course, the final decision is hers, and hers alone. Now, I'm sure you have other matters to attend to in the living lands, but let me know if you need anything else.
He encontrado a tu padre. Su cuerpo está en una cueva junto a una gruta del río.
You what? It's been so long since I gave up hope. In his final days, he was fond of going out into the wilderness, and increasingly less fond of returning. Mother seemed to understand, but I never did.
Se quedó en las tierras vivientes por ti y confió en ti para que gobernases tu lugar.
That was father. When he looked at you, he saw your potential. Everything you could be, and none of the flaws. Maybe I'll visit him one day, when I find my courage. At least now I can. You could have left me wondering, but you didn't. Thank you, Godlike. From the bottom of my heart.
Ignacy, I'm sorry. Are you going to be all right?
I'll be fine, Giatta. You don't have to worry about me.
I'm not, but, you know, force of habit.
¿Necesitáis un momento?
That won't be necessary. Thank you again.
La exploradora dorso era una espía del garrote de acero.
Damn. I assumed they had inside help, but to think it came from one of our own rangers. Tell me, what's your interest in this matter?
La capitana Cierno me ha pedido que investigue.
If she convinced an Adiran envoy to unmask an Adiran spy, clearly I'm not paying her enough. I appreciate the warning. If more Adirans were like you, maybe we wouldn't have to worry about the Steel Garrote.
Giada, thank goodness you're all right. We fought back the Steel Garrote, but I fear all we hurt was their pride. They'll come after us again.
At least now we can prepare. You faced oppression before and lived to tell of it.
Yes, but this flavor of oppression is different than it was in ages past. It has an urgency that frightens me.
I'll give the Steel Garrote something to fear.
Es enseñaremos que esos actos tienen
You give me
consecuencias.
hope for the future, envoy. Thank you.
Are you going to be all right?
Thirdborn will be a good home for our people. Anywhere is safer than Emerald Stair.
Yes, but it's you I'm worried about.
I won't lie to you, Giada. War is a young man's game, and this attack has rattled me to my core. I hope that I live long enough to see peace return to the living lands. That is all.
There will be peace again. Somehow.
La esperanza nunca muere cuando hay fe.
Then I have hope, envoy.
Don't be a stranger. I'm still your apprentice after all.
Oh, I beg to differ. You have taken your education places I cannot follow. Be well, Giata.
I still can't believe the adherents would be so brazen.
Thirdborn is dependable.
Vale.
Don't you die on me. Don't you let the steel garrote win.
Llega tercigénito. Pues... Vale. Estaba la puerta. ¿Dónde estaba? ¿Dónde estaba? ¿Dónde estaba? Aquí, puerta de Escarpia. Pero voy primero al campamento para hablar con Iata y hacer el tótem. Completar el tótem. Completamos el tótem. Adentrarse más y buscar el origen de las voces.
They call themselves the Akita. They worship this strange child.
Woodika will be displeased to hear it.
Woodika is never pleased.
I presume Woodika will entreat me to cull these followers.
The simplest solution.
I will not. The wheel turns. I merely guide.
You fear you cannot.
What Helia says is true. I reached into their pool of souls. I could not reap them. I must know why.
I agree. Though I will say this. The Queen may have her motives. Sometimes standing idly by is greater subterfuge than action.
I hope this does not force all our hands.
Gods. I could roast a Ballarok on the energy coming off this thing.
I knew the Steel Garrote were up to no good.
No one ever plans anything nice in a hidden war camp, do they?
This isn't over, you know. Emerald Stair was just the beginning.
Creo que sí, que me voy a quedar con...
Ominous portents of doom. Need more of those for...
Creo que me voy a quedar con... con última... con soporte gigante. Más daño. Menos probabilidad de impacto crítico. Y dudo, ¿eh? Aturde. Déjalo un momento.
For sure.
Vale, hablamos primero con Marius.
Envoy, it's clear that no matter what happened, these people couldn't stay in Fior. Just not sure you did the right thing. These people won't survive long in a place like Thirdborn.
Vaya. ¿Por qué dices eso?
Thirdborn is a rough town. They literally do their business inside the skeleton of a Leviathan. If you thought Paradise's docks were rough, just wait. Plus, they have a nogfish curry that will peel your tongue. Right, changing the subject.
Creo que me gana un poco más de información sobre tu pasado.
Fine. You've been patient enough, I suppose. Right. Solace isn't an easy place to live. The food is stale and meager. The water tastes like steel and old meat. Everyone knows everyone else. No privacy, no silence, no time to yourself.
Así que te fuiste con Sola. Parece una pesadilla.
You understand. Good. Solace is a walled keep in the harshest region of the lands. Isolated is an understatement. Honestly, all of that was fine. But there was a peculiar kind of silence I didn't love.
Espera, te acabo de decir que no había silencio.
Nimdut, I was being dramatic. I have only the faintest memories of my parents, which was fine. I had friends and mentors and trainers and elders. When I asked about my real parents, though, they just told me I was safe now, and that the Wardens were my family. I never knew if my parents were alive or dead. I like to assume that they had died fighting some giant monster in the Tusks, but no one would say. When I asked for more, they changed the subject, like I wasn't worthy of a backstory.
O te estaban ocultando la verdad. Así que no sabes de dónde eres.
I'm from Solace, for whatever that's worth. My oldest memories are of Solace. My oldest friend is from there.
Gracias por hablarme de esto.
You asked. Ask away. I think you... More interesting than Fjord... Let's see. Water can be a problem. Oh. Right. Right. I'm sure... Go ahead. I'll tell you whatever you... As you know, it's a blessed miracle he never got me killed. Honestly, he's... Tell him I said that. Pleasant dreams. Envoy? Gods, I can't... Fjord was attacked when we weren't looking. It's a miracle.
Admítelo, te alegras de que Fjord sobreviviera.
Admit it. Of course I am. That's people's homes. Giada's home. And farms and so forth. Just because I don't like or trust or understand most of the people there doesn't mean I'd like to see it burn. I'm a grouch and a cynic, not a blessed Korba. Right, changing the subject. You too. Envoy? Not before I've done some reading.
I hope Thirdborn is a good community for my people. We've been through
Those dreams. Ask away.
¿Qué tetas?
No.
Sí, sí.
No tienes tetas.
You know where to find me.
A ver, Giata. Vamos a hablar con Giata.
We should talk. What happened to Fior Messiverno could have been worse. A lot worse. But that doesn't mean the living lands is safe. If anything, it's more dangerous by far.
Al menos tu gente es consciente de la amenaza.
We never forgot. No matter where Animancers go, someone is always trying to kill us. Nothing enrages the gods more than mortals in pursuit of knowledge.
Me pregunto qué opinará Sapadal sobre el anime.
I doubt they know the meaning of the word. They seem a little out of touch. Listen to me. A failed Animancer lashing out at everything in reach. Even with all the tools at my disposal. I couldn't stop the Dream Scourge. And I couldn't save my people. How do I live up to my family's example when I can't even help myself?
Ese ejemplo es tu legado, deberías estar orgulloso.
I wish I could. But that legacy is a debt I can never pay off. My parents died pursuing a better future for Animancers. I can't let their sacrifice be for nothing. And right now, that's all it is. I have some pondering to do. Let me know if there's anything else.
¿Crees que la gente de Fior va a estar bien?
Sending my people to Thirdborn. It's a good arrangement. They get a roof over their heads. The city gets Animancers. And everyone gets along. For once.
No. Parece que vuelves a estar animada.
My people have had a difficult journey ahead of them. In more ways than one. But it feels good knowing there's a destination. So yes, I have a good reason to feel cheerful. Look, I know you didn't come to this island to help us. And yet you were here when others would have looked away. Despite everything that happened, it means a lot. We all deserve better. But fate decided otherwise. Well, onward to better things. If you need anything, you know where to find me. What's on your... Let me... sorry to being an out... You want to talk?
Parece que la buena guerra podría poner fin a tu destierro.
Yes. And now I have to decide for myself if that's something I want. When he told me to leave, I was heartbroken, but also excited. Some Animancers thrive in a structured environment. That's never been my way.
Si decides regresar, debes establecer límites saludables.
Not a bad idea. Who says I have to play by their rules anyway? Thank you for speaking to Ignacy on my behalf. Whether or not I choose to return, it matters that I can. I've spilled all... Well, my future is in... Oh, and my home is under attack by the Acolyte. Apart from that, truthfully, I'm a bit lost. We've seen and done and... What I'm up against is much bigger than... Through animancy, I can harness the wild essence of the... But what if I tried? Only to have it lash out and destroy... The Dream Scourge is infecting our Adra. Until I understand it, until I can control it, I hope you're right. I really do. Quilici always told me to slow down, to stop and appreciate the land I'm trying so hard to fix. But how can I slow down when I only have one lifetime to get this right? I'll find answers in the garden. For better or worse. You know. Go on, Beck. Not before I've done some reading.
Vale, ya no hay más que...
Have you ever been to the Valian Republics?
A couple of times. Plenty of mercenary contracts out there. What about you? That's where your people came from before they founded Fjord.
I've never even left the island before. The Republics are said to be innovators in arts, government, and animancy, but also corruption.
That's probably why there's so much work for people like me.
One day, I would very much like to visit, if only to understand why my people left.
Vale. Pues venga. Era a Marius.
Gods, what happened here?
A moment of your time, if you please. From one Adiran to another.
Coño, la capitana Elfir. Creía que el garrote de acero se marcharía lamiéndose las heridas.
What a colorful grasp of language you have. You interfered in our plans. Take it from me, Inquisitor Ludwig isn't at all pleased.
Podría haberme dicho que el garrote de acero estaba en Escala Esmeralda.
That's exactly why I've come to make amends.
You lost the fight for Emerald Stair, and now you ask for peace? Don't make me laugh.
Hear me out. That's all I ask. Believe it or not, the Steel Guerrero owe you an apology on behalf of Inquisitor Ludwig.
Bring us her severed head, and I'll consider it.
That temperament of yours is exactly the problem she's trying to solve. Our soldiers were poised to attack Fior Messiverno. If you had been made aware, you would not have interfered.
Explícate ahora mismo.
My intentions, exactly. You might not want to admit it, but Fior Messiverno is a settlement in decline. Weak government, chaotic farming, dangerous research. What exactly do you think you saved?
My home, which you have no right to condemn.
You've done nothing but condemn it. shouting matches with the governor, open defiance.
I fight for my home because I cherish it, you shit-eating worm. Because I want us to survive.
Then I hope you enjoy the consequences of your actions. Fior Messiverno's reliance on animancy and stubborn individualism has done nothing but drag the living lands down with them.
Eso no te corresponde a ti
Do you
decirlo.
care about the stability of the island? Then judge it harshly. Look, I'm only telling you this because you deserve to know Ludwig's intentions for the living lands. If Heelgard cannot maintain a grip on the living lands, then the Steel Garrote will simply take it from him. You see, the Steel Garrote answer to the Burned Queen, not your floundering empire. And we will break from Adia if that's what it takes.
¿Por qué me cuentas esto?
Because we have one thing in common. Inquisitor Ludwig sees something in you, Envoy. She wants to cultivate your potential, as she did mine. You don't want to get between her and the fate of the living land, so let this serve as a warning. Our grasp on this island is going to tighten, even if it costs us allies along the way. Acceptable losses. What you do with this information is up to you, but don't get in our way a second time. It won't end well.
¿Una amenaza? Ludwig y el Garrote de Acero están cometiendo un grave
Feel
error.
free to prove us wrong. The Steel Garrote love a challenge. Before I let you go, a little bird sang in my ear that you're going to Shatterscarp.
Word travels fast.
Of course, that would have been impossible with these meddlesome rangers in the way.
You didn't.
I took the liberty of removing them. It's a shame, really. Honorable
Se los ha
folks
cargado.
lost.
Dio Ludwig la orden.
Ludwig told me to open a path for you by any means necessary, and that's exactly what I did. When you arrive in Shatterscarp, give this letter to Temerity. Compliments of the Inquisitor. No need to keep you any longer. Let's hope our next meeting is under more favorable circumstances.
Interesante. ¿Qué decisión tomar? Porque es claro, si la mato ahora... Haría las claras... A Lodwin lo que pienso hacer. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa si... A ver, Viper. Vale, pero... Vale, nada. Nada. Si me la cargo ahora... Yo creo que la voy a dejar viva. Para que no vea mis intenciones. Dile a Ludwig que la estaré vigilando.
No need. She has both of hers on you. Be seeing you, envoy. Sooner or later.
You've seen what happens when the Steel Garrote mess with Emerald Stair. I suggest you remember it.
Trust me, we will. Good luck with her, envoy. You're going to need it.
I didn't think it was possible to hate someone this much.
Nice lady. Hate her, don't trust her. Want to kill her, but nice.
The Steel Garrote are never...
Well, if it isn't the Adherin envoy. The Steel Garrote have our eye on Emerald Stair.
Ya se los cargo a todos. Sé que me voy a encontrar contigo y te voy a acabar matando.
May the burned queen watch over you.
Ya te trabaremos. Pues nos vamos hacia la... Hacia el tercer mapeado. Terciogénito. Escarpia.
You came to Emerald Stair looking for answers. And now we're leaving with more questions. How do we fight the Dream Scourge? What can we do about Sapadal? And where is the garden? Not to mention why the Steel Garrote attacked my fucking home.
Seguro que están preparando las tierras vivientes para una invasión a gran
And we had
escala.
better prepare to fight back. We were lucky this time. My people will be on high alert, but that doesn't mean we're safe. The Steel Garrote are hunting anyone who doesn't conform to their vision of the living lands. Our freedom is on the line.
So on top of the Dream Scourge rotting your fields and turning kith and beast alike into monsters, now we've got a Death Guard Inquisitor and the Steel Garrote dogging our steps. Do you think Ludwig will try something similar in Thirdborn?
Conozco bien a Ludwig y sé que la derrota no es ambiciones.
Then she better come prepared. Thirdborners are a rugged bunch, and they don't give ground.
No
Lots
creo
of
que hablando.
tie-ins, scramble routes with no prospects back home, washouts from military or mercenary life, sailors in search of steady ground. Add to that a motley assortment of pirates, free spirits, and people who like living under the loosest grasp of the law, and you've got Thirdborn. But rumor has it something's amiss in Shatterscarp. Strange dreams, disappearances, people wandering into the desert and never returning, or coming back changed. That's what I'm afraid of.
At least that tells us we're on the right track. This dream scourge is one of the weirdest things I've ever tried to hunt.
¿Qué sabes sobre el terciogénito, Marius?
Town full of survivors. Anyone who decides to stake out a life in Shatterscarp isn't someone you want to mess with. Good enough people, though. And generally less likely to rob you or bore you to sleep than other places we've been.
Everything we learned in Naku Tadek points us to the garden. Thirdborn is just a stepping stone. But we don't know anything about the garden. It could be a myth or a metaphor. Whatever the garden is or isn't, it's our only lead. We find the garden, we find the dream scourge.
Yazli cree que la respuesta está en otras ruinas impías, las de Naku Kubel.
Yazli is a master of the unknown and the unknowable. No mystery eludes her for long. If there is a path to the garden, Yazli can lead us to it. I'd follow her anywhere.
Or maybe that god poking around your soul could give us directions.
Ask for directions. Why didn't I think of that? Kai, that's brilliant. Whatever Sapadal tells us will be filtered through a lot of metaphysical noise, but it couldn't hurt to try.
Vamos allá.
This is so exciting. Sapadal? It's Giada. Giada Castel. If you're listening, could you please tell us more about the garden?
Castel. Why does this name sing to us? A voice through murky water. The garden stifles the notes. We cannot reach. The branches bind.
Did you get anything?
Por el momento Sapadal pareció reconocerte.
What? No. They must have confused me with someone else. Clearly your link to Sapadal isn't as strong as it was in Naku Tadek. But I'll take it over nothing.
I'll pass. I've heard too many ghost stories that start this way.
Right. If I wanted to waste time, that's what I carry a flute for.
Just me then. Really? No one else has a question for the god of the living lands? Fascinating.
So let me see if I got this straight. We're looking for the garden, which might not exist. Our best lead is Yazli, an eccentric scholar who's gone ahead to Thirdborn, where the dream scourge may be ravaging.
Buen resumen.
Don't look at me. I was fine going back to Paradise. Stop. You're aggravating my ulcer.
Listen, I hate to ask this, but while we're in Shatterscarp, there's something I need to do. Something I owe Tama. There's an old battlefield near some Pogrunan ruins. Area called the Shark's Teeth. Tama lost his badge there. I need to get it.
Iremos.
Thanks.
Takes courage to go back for something you lost. I wouldn't have it in me.
Get some rest. Sleep is good for the soul. I wanted to say, for all of its imperfections, Fior Messiverno deserves a second chance. Thanks to you, it has one. I won't forget it.
La Inquisidora Ludwig responderá por el
Not
ataque.
before we answer to her. Just to be safe, we should remain vigilant. Sleep in shifts. Look after each other. Rest while you can. Our enemies are organized, but so are we.
Sleep well. We've got a long road ahead.
Ok. Habilidades. Level 15. En este caso tocaba subir... Finesse... Rango 3. Aumenta un 50% el daño ganar más cuerpo a cuerpo que se manejan con una mano. Muy bien.
I was wondering, what do souls feel like?
Forgive me, but could you elaborate?
I mean, do you touch them when you're doing animancy? Are they hot or cold?
We smell death here.
Ok, tengo otro punto para gastar. Vale, hicimos esto. Critical Strike. Strike de la este. Ah. Strike. Strike. Pero tengo un punto. equivoqué. Era este. O sea que... He puesto un punto en Devastating. Tenía que haberle metido... a Crystal. No. A ver. A ver por qué. Church. Vale. On recovery. Vale. Vale. Creo que es delicadeza. Dejo. Ahora el grito. Grito. Todo el bárbaro que al final. Vale. 6. Gracia blindada para reducir la penalización de vigor y al llevar armaduras medianas y pesadas. Vale. Ouch. Vale. Es esta. Pureza. Vale. Finura, o sea, delicadeza 2 y evasión 2. 2. Evasión 2. Vale. Por el Grace 2. Cada 2, así subimos. Ahora, 2 de Barbarix del grito. A tope. Vamos al tercer punto. 3 puntos más. Es Critical Strike que me queda. Aquí es donde me confundo. Aquí. Golpe crítico. Porque el otro es golpe crítico devastador. Diferencia, ¿eh? Esto es... esta es la probabilidad de impacto crítico. Esta es... Ese es el daño de crítico. Mejor el grito al 3, que eso es invencibilidad, cabezón. Pues, ¿qué te crees que he hecho, tu pedazo de maestro? ¿Qué dices tú, Mimi? Me lees 7 años tarde, bot. Lo que hay. Es lo que hay, no tengo yo 2 super pedazos de monitores como tienes tú. Estás montando en el dólar. Vale, ahora tengo que meterle los 2 puntejos que me quedan. Crítico, golpe crítico. Vale. Ay, no me deja. Vale, pues tengo que ser level 18. Pues haber estudiado, yo, claro. Sí, claro. Sí. No sé, estudié, pero es lo que hay. El 27 voy a Castellón. ¿Qué vas a hacer a Castellón? Cuéntame. Trabajar. Pero tú sabes lo que es eso, hombre. Tú sabes lo que es eso. ¿Eh? Ah, que vas a estar un tiempo en Castellón currando. Ah. Bueno, oye. Y luego... un mes. ¿Quién sabe? Igual encuentras hasta el amor y todo. ya empiezas a tener menos tiempo para jugar. En la morcilla. Claro, estás todo encima no vienes nada por el Discord a saludar ni nada, eres un cabroncete. Bueno, lo digo yo que no estoy en el Discord. Estoy guapo yo también. A ver, mapa nuevo. No estás... No, sí, claro, ahora no. Si no me metía, ya lo sé. No sé, pero como estás ahí ocupado con los shooters, ¿eh? Ahí, metiéndole orillas al Rainbow Six o al... ¿Cuál estaba? ¿A cuál? Ya. Al Rainbow Six, sí. Sí, te he visto yo. No, sí, también te he visto al Cyberpunk. ¿Qué más te he visto? Al Cyberpunk, al... ¿Cuál más te he visto? He visto un par. Cyberbug. Hombre, que no está tan mal, joder. No está tan mal. Este fin de le pegaré al Cyberpunk. Estoy ahora bastante enganchadillo a este para ver si la termino. El Sniper Elite. ¿Dónde se está pegando? ¿Ah? Lipcraft. Lipner. Uy, pues sí que le pegas, ¿eh? Así que... tengo que currar. Mentiroso. ¿Has visto el nuevo juego este? ¿Cómo se llama? Que le han metido, que estaba jugando el Revenant. Estaba jugando hoy, que lo he visto, que le he visto que estaba jugando. Que le han metido en Game Pass. El de los inmortales. Es cooperativo con los bosses o no sé qué leche. Una mierda seguro. Es que ya lo sabía yo que ibas a decir eso. Es un roguelike. Y los bosses creo que son todo cooperativos de hasta 33 pavos. Y no sé. No sé, ya veremos. Quiero acabarme este. Quiero a ver si me la acabo ya y... me queda ya. No creo que me quede mucho. Lo que pasa es que me gusta investigar. Me gusta hacer el lechón. Todavía estoy en Escarpia, o sea que... El 33 Immortals lo tengo desde hace 3 años. No voy a decir eso públicamente. No. No lo voy a decir. Y sigue en preview. Bueno. Eso, que se lo están tomando con calma, joder.
Listen to me. Look here. Can you focus on my voice? Can you hear me clearly?
Yes,
Tengo un amigo que trabaja en eso. Pues dale dos collejas. ¿Y piensas eso? Pues nada, lo voy a dejar aquí. A ver si un día que no tengas que estar en esos lares, te conectas ahí al que... A ver, hoy no he entrado al Discord porque se me ha ido la pinza, pero casi siempre estoy en el Discord. Así que si estoy en el Discord y quieres echar una charleta, pues por ahí estaré. Son juegos 2D en los que no hay interacción con el entorno, son números y brillos. Juegos roguelike. Sí, es lo que hay. Pero bueno, suelen ser adictivos. Anda, que no andas nada. No, que me pareció interesante eso de que sea cooperativo los bosses. Y el juego de hace 20 años. Exagerado. También he estado viendo el Shadows. Tiene buena pinta. He visto al Male. ¡Hala, venga! ¿Pero qué dices? Qué lechón, ¿eh? Empecé, es horrible. Pues no sé. A los 2 o 3 que he visto un poco de gameplay... A 5090 lo tiene a 1080 a 75 FPS. ¿Para qué más? ¿Para qué más? Ah, con bajones, pues entonces ya ahí me callo. Para cuando yo me le quiera comprar, maestro, la habrán optimizado. Así que cero problemas. No me corre prisa a mí jugar los Assassin. O lo juegas en Play Pro es una mierda. No. PC dentro de un año, cuando salga la edición tocha a 30 pavos. Ahí estará. Tú que me lías, que me voy a dormir. Que mañana algunos curramos, ¿sabes? ¿Eh? Algunos estamos ahí ahí, venga, a jugar. Saluda a Missy. ¡Missy! Saluditos de parte de Master.
¡Oli!
No, Oli no, adiós.
Adiós.
Que nos vamos.
Nos vamos.
Sí. ¿Cómo que Oli? Acabo de salir de una operación de 11 horas. De 11 horas. Madre mía. Pues nada. Que lo dejamos por aquí. Que mañana, día de curro, va a ser complicado, así que no sé si llegaré para darle a un directillo. Así que ya veremos. Y si tengo tiempo, pues le daré a este. Que no me la acabe. No paro. Así que nada, sed buenos, no seáis maestro. O sea, no seáis malos. Y que descanséis. A dormir, tú, 11 horas. 11 horas currando y se pone... ¡Ay! Venga, hasta mañana. Chao.